Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I am going to teach you the 7 basic kicks that are used in martial arts. So I am going to tell you those 7 kicks: front stretch kick, front jerk kick, roundhouse kick, side stretch kick, side jerk kick, crescent outer kick, and crescent inner kick. These are the 7 kicks that I'm going to teach you step by step, and I will also show you how they are used in a fast form and what are their main targets. So let's start. So firstly, we need to remember that we need to take our fighting stance. This is our kicking position and also our fighting stance. Whenever we take our fighting stance, we need to open our feet wide in an angle that is balanced. Okay? We will take our right foot at the back, since if we are right dominant and right is our stronger part, we will put our right foot at the back. But if you're a left dominant person, you will take your left foot at the back. But always remember that you need to practice both of your feet so that you know whatever situation there is when you're fighting, you need to know how to use both of your feet and they should be strong enough. So I will take my right foot back, shoulder level, take my right foot back in a straight line, put my hands forward in a punch. My left hand is going to be in front, the right one will be at the back. Okay, so we're going to start off with front stretch kick. Front stretch kick is an easy go kick that you will let your body loose, stretch your kick straight till the level that it can go, until the level of your flexibility. There is no need to stretch high enough or to a level that you think that your muscle will get pulled. Do not extend or do not exert yourself that much. So keep your stance high, and we will do an easy go front stretch kick. That is how you do a front stretch kick, taking it easy and slow. Let your kick loose. Try not to bend your knee. Keep your knee straight and take it straight in the same line to your nose level till your head. Okay, so that was an easy way. Let's do it with our left as well. Now we're going to keep our left foot at the back. Our stance will change as well. I usually like to take a jump when we're changing our stance. So I jump and we change our stance. Now our left foot is at the back. Right hand in the front since our right foot is in the front. Left hand at the back since our left foot is in the back. Let's start with our left. And that is an easy way to do your front stretch kick. A front stretch kick is usually done, it can be in an attack basis as well, but that is usually when you're doing an X kick. That is a different advanced kick, which is sort of like a front stretch kick. It goes straight and hits straight on the head level, but that completely depends on your stretch as well. Normally a front stretch kick is used so that your flexibility, your stretch, your capability of taking your kick higher starts increasing. Because whenever we start off with a front stretch kick, usually our level, the amateur level, is still the middle of your weight, goes higher and higher with practice and with your stretching abilities. Okay, let's move on to the second kick, which is a front jerk kick. By the name, we can understand that we have to give it a bit jerk. The first one was going easy. In a front jerk kick, we will bend our feet till our upper chest level, bring it up so that we have a higher stance. Bring it up, and while doing our front jerk kick, we need to remember that our feet is supposed to come backwards, fingers pulled backwards, and you need to remember that the sole ball of your feet are going to be used and hit on the target, which is your solar plexus. There can be different targets of front jerk kick. It could be your solar plexus as well. It could be your nose face area as well. You can even use it on the knee joint as well. So we're going to do a solar plexus target right now. Bend and jerk. You need to use your body, especially your hip movement should be there while you're kicking. Your hip movement is going to move forward and then you will jerk. 1, Okay, let's do it from our left. Stance. You see my hip going forward? That is where the pressure is built. It brings in more power and more strength to the kick. Okay, let's move on to the third kick, which is crescent outer kick. By the name crescent outer kick, we need to circle our kick and bring it outwards. So we will circle without bending our knee and then bring it outwards. So I'm going to show it to you slow and then we'll move forward faster. This is how it's going to be, taking my stance. Okay, so we need to remember usually the target of this kick is the face. Since we're taking it at a higher level, the face is usually the target that we hit a crescent outer kick at. Now let's do it with our left. And that's a crescent outer kick. Moving on to the fourth kick, which is the complete opposite of the crescent outer kick. It is called the crescent inner kick. Yeah, you have to bring your kick from outside and drop it inwards. So this is going to be our stance. Slow, dropping it inwards, cross, and then taking it back to your position. Let's do it in a fast forward. This is also a face target. Okay, let's change. Taking our left foot at the back, cross, and then take it back. Cross, take it back. Cross, take it back. Okay, moving on to the fifth kick, which is our roundhouse kick. This is a bit technical, but you'll get there. This is going to be our position in a roundhouse kick. We need to remember that our feet is going to be in this position. You will stretch your feet downwards. The front part of your foot is going to hit not your toes, but the front upper part of the foot, which is this part. Okay? So this is going to be our position. Remember, when you're doing a roundhouse kick, you have to lift in this way. Bend your knee and lift. Stretch your foot sideways. Okay? And while I'm lifting my knee upwards, the main thing that you need to remember is your foot that is going to be on the ground needs to twist. So that twist is important. If you're not going to twist your complete body, your kick will not be on the correct target. It's going to go in a cross, which is wrong. So you need to twist. This is going to be your twist, downwards, twist, and open. Okay? Let's do it a bit slow. Twist, and open. Okay. Roundhouse has three targets: lower, middle, upper. So you have your face covered in the upper, middle is your front body and your back, and lower is your lower body part. This is going to be your position. Let's do the middle area and the upper area in the targets. Okay. 1. So this is going to be our roundhouse kick. Let's do it with our left. Covering the face area, upper target. See my foot twisting. Without twist, you are not going to get the proper target. Okay, so moving on to the sixth kick, which is a side stretch kick. It is similar to the first kick that we did, which was front stretch kick, but this is going to be sideways. So I'm going to change my position to this. Take my right foot at the back, keeping it in a cross form. I'm not going to go really cross. I'm not going to keep it outside like this. This is going to go cross in a line. So side stretch kick, we'll do it slow. Do not bend your knee. Take it sideways as high as you can, depending on your flexibility. Okay. Let's do it with our left. And that's our side stretch kick. Okay, moving on to our last kick, which is side jerk kick. Similar to the front jerk kick because this has a bend and a jerk as well. The blade of our foot, which is this side area, this is going to be used while hitting the kick. The target in this is also the main solar plexus area. You can also use it on the lower body and also on the face target. Depends on your situation and on your abilities. Okay, so we're gonna do a side jerk kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna move towards the left. This is one of my favorite kicks, and it is widely used in fights because this is a kick that has a lot of strength and power. Also, it's very good when there are situations which are close contact or in a distance contact. Works in both. Requires a lot of strength, bringing your entire lower body movement together so that you have more strength. So it requires great strength and power. And yeah, this was our last kick. These are the 7 basic kicks of martial arts that are used. This is used in mixed martial arts as well, in taekwondo as well, in bondo as well. These kicks are widely used in all of the styles of martial arts. And these 7 basic kicks are really important because later on you learn the advanced kicks through these. So you need to keep your basics strong and remember all of these 7 basic kicks. Practice at home. Follow my YouTube channel, press the bell icon, subscribe, and wait for more videos like this so that you can learn more. Thank you.